The marketing for Longlegs was some of the most effective I've seen in recent years. The early promotional material was super cryptic, and when the trailers dropped, they were pretty intriguing. Then when the reviews came in, the hype was massive, with it being described as one of the scariest movies of the decade, although that isn't a particularly high bar to hop over. But after seeing it, I think the hype may have been overstated just a little. The premise is a super promising one. It starts out very Silence of the Lambs-esque, with a female detective being assigned to track down an elusive Zodiac-style serial killer. Then, as the movie goes on, it reveals more supernatural elements that eventually culminate in a bloody finale. So, what's there not to love? My problem is, I feel like the story doesn't turn out to be the strongest, or even really the main focus of the filmmakers. It follows a pretty basic formula and does it pretty well, I guess. The mystery is mildly compelling, the characters are somewhat fun to follow, the plot twists are kind of surprising, and the ending is satisfying, but I ultimately can't talk about the story with much enthusiasm, either positive or negative, because I thought it was just kinda okay. The one area where I feel like the movie does deviate from others in its mold is when it comes to the comedic aspects that are here. But even that I found myself a bit torn on. On the one hand, I like that it breaks up the seriousness of this pretty bleak film, but on the other hand, it's hard to tell how much of it is intentional. There are definitely some deliberately funny moments that I like, but then there's Nick Cage's performance as Longlegs himself, which is so over the top, I can't tell if I'm supposed to be laughing. There's also moments where characters make stupid decisions that I think are supposed to be funny, but again, I'm not really sure. But with all that said, there is one thing that I think Longlegs does really well, and that is the imagery and the unsettling atmosphere. The director, Oz Perkins, does a great job of capturing creepiness in his shots, and working that into cleverly crafted and memorable scenes. This includes the kind of cryptic imagery that we saw in the promotional material, which carries over into the movie with sudden flashes of subliminal images and creepy symbolism. Plus, the movie was shot here in the Pacific Northwest, so of course the locations are amazing. My problem is just that in the end, the cool images and cool scenes come together into a story that just does not stand out all that much to me. It regrettably did not live up to my expectations. In my opinion, it's a light 6 out of 10.